Well, here's a question for you, and it's been asked quite a bit recently. Should kids have limited access to social media? And that's a question that's getting tossed around in Congress after a couple of senators proposed legislation banning kids under 13 from joining social media platforms. Now, in this bill making its way on Capitol Hill, it's known as the Protecting Kids on Social Media Act. Kids younger than 13 cannot create accounts or interact with other users, but kids still would be allowed to view content without logging into an account. And for kids under 18, they would have to get their parents' consent before creating a new account. Again, this is if this becomes law and it passes. Senators on both sides of the aisle say this legislation, this proposal, helps to protect kids from the harms of social media.
As adults, how many of you have struggled with what someone has posted on social media or what someone has said or what someone has done? And so we have to take a step back and as parents say, how can we protect our children, teach them how to use this tool, to use it for good, and to be intentional in doing that.
Kids would still be permitted to get on social media. It would just be the social media that we remember about 10 years ago, where you could post a picture of your dog or your birthday cake or your grandma and share a little bit about what's happening in your life, and your friends would see that. Now that's, not without its own set of issues, which could impact kids, but it's the algorithm that predicts with great accuracy and with an incredible relentlessness how you will be engaged on the site.
Supporters of this legislation say social media sites collect info on people and use algorithms to keep kids engaged on the platforms. Those supporters say the FTC and the state attorney general's office would enforce this legislation, but it's unclear if this proposal will pass each chamber. But this is the latest attempt of members scrutinizing social media and tech companies.